Okay, just had a minor incident. Um, Today I assembled the gear motor drives to the foot shells, and I came out here to make a video and say, hey, look, I've got the foot shells done, and decided to toss the battery boxes on because the battery boxes have been done for a while. And the battery boxes were giving me a ton of grief. I could not get the battery boxes on, or rather I could, but I had to push them up against the foot shell with a lot of pressure to line up the holes, these two holes, with the holes in the bottom of the battery box. Okay, so there's the hole in the bottom of the foot shell, and it goes up into a matching hole in the battery box where you have a square nut, 4mm square nut. And the problem I was having was this. It was like that. It was not sitting flush. And I swear I had dry fit this before, but maybe I didn't. But it was like this, and with that big gap in there, and I could push really hard and get it there where it would line up and take a screw. But it was so much pressure against it that I thought I might end up cracking the foot, because there's a piece here, somewhere around here is the seam that runs the length of the foot shell. The foot shell itself is two pieces. You can probably see the seam here. So this is two pieces, and then there's one piece that's a single piece that runs all the way to the back and is bolted and epoxied to each of the two pieces of the foot shell. So I was afraid that was going to split because I had to put so much pressure on the battery box to get it to sit flush, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. If I take this battery box and I turn it upside down, it fits flush. If I put it backwards, this side, and curve, fits flush. If I took the other battery box from the other foot, it fits flush. It's only when you actually... I knew that was going to happen. It's only when you actually clip it in place that it wasn't fitting flush. It was rubbing on the bottom. So the bottom, very bottom of this foot shell was, or of the battery box, was rubbing on the foot shell. And you can see right there probably where I actually started to sand away some of the bottom, hoping that that would make the clearance better, because I couldn't figure out what the cause was. Now, one thing you'll notice, there's a clip. There's two clips on the battery box, and the clips slot in to this part of the foot shell. So here's where the problem was and my fix. If you look at this piece here, this foot shell I haven't fixed yet. You can see there's a notch right here, but there isn't one over on the right hand side. But if you look underneath, you can see underneath there is that notch. So that's where the battery box clips in on that side. That's where it clips in on that side. Why is there a notch out of the front of that one and not that one? I thought, okay, maybe I downloaded the Mark III files fairly early on, and my battery boxes didn't have that round notch that clears the 3D printed axle, or if you're going to use something like this, an M12 bolt, it didn't clear that because that notch wasn't there. The plastic went straight across. So that was brought up, and Michael Baddeley fixed the file, adding that notch back in. And I had to just use a Dremel and Dremel out the notch on mine. So that was my first problem getting this battery box on, is that that notch that I had made to the same dimensions as the version 2 battery box was a little bit too small, and it seemed to be hitting the top of this M12 bolt. So the first thing I did was made this a little bit wider, and that got me to the point where I could actually clip both of these clips on. Before, it was like a teeter-totter. One would clip in or the other one would clip in, but they both wouldn't clip in because this hole was a little bit too shallow for that M12 bolt. So once I gave it a little more space, then both, I could get it over the bolt, and both of these tabs would lock where they're supposed to, one here and one over here. So if you look at these tabs, they're the same. Okay, it's going to be hard to show, but they're the same thickness, the same width, the same height. They're the same. However, if we go over to the foot shell, I found a couple differences. One difference I found was the thickness. That one there, the wall thickness between the right-hand side, the outer wall, and the inside of the narrow piece was about 1/4 of a millimeter thinner than the piece over here. Or is that vice versa? Sorry, vice versa. So I took a knife and I scraped away a bit at the one that was thicker, trying to get it closer to the one that was thinner, thinking maybe the battery box was being held too close, too tight, and that's why it wasn't fitting right. That didn't seem to make any change, and that's when I concentrated on the fact that there's a notch cut out there, but there's not back there. Why? That makes absolutely no sense to me. So what I just literally 5 minutes ago, before I started filming, did was I notched this side. So remember, this is the opposite foot shell. So this foot shell had the notch over there, but no notch over here. That one, same thing. Well, reverse thing. That one has the notch on the left and not on the right. So they both interior have cutaways where that slot in the foot shell goes, but one of them didn't have a notch. So I thought, it finally dawned on me, that might be the problem. So I went and I looked online, and the current files for the Mark III foot are still the same. They have one cut out and one that's not cut out. So I don't know what's going on with that. I would have thought that I'm not the only one having this issue and that it would have been fixed. But sure enough, see if I can do it without dropping stuff. Sorry, I probably should have got the tripod out. I was going crazy trying to figure out why in the heck I had this issue. What the cause was, but pardon me while I try and get the camera. So once I cut that notch, basically it allowed this side of the foot shell to go higher. So it's only like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or so. But it turned out that's what the problem was. This side of the foot shell if you don't cut that notch out, this side of your battery box goes up and down quite a bit. This side doesn't. It stays in position, and that's because it doesn't have that notch. So I don't know how. I haven't seen this posted anywhere or the file changed, but all I did was add that notch, and now it fits just fine. Again, I don't really want to do this. I'm going to drop it again. It's going to look like there's a gap there because, again, I'm doing this one-handed and it's slipped out. There we go. So there, no pressure whatsoever, and look at that. It's right up against the foot shell curve. It fits perfect, and underneath I can get the 2 bolts. Now the 2 bolts go under the foot shell and into the battery box, and they're going to secure that. And the 2 pins are just going to keep it from flopping off. Now I saw somebody on the Facebook forums who said they put magnets. They modified it so they have some magnets up here that are holding the top of the foot shell to this bar. And maybe that's because they had this same problem and that's the solution they came up with. And it's a fairly good solution, because then you don't have these clips to deal with. You can just screw the bottom in and the magnets hold this side. And I think somebody might have even said they put magnets in the bottom too, so it's just completely magnetically attached, which is a good idea, because to get this on and off you have to go underneath the foot to get to the screws. But yeah, I was going absolutely crazy because this thing was not fitting up tight to it, and it looked like it was the right radius. It looks like it printed fine, and I must not have dry fit, because I swear I would have found that when I did the dry fit. The paint isn't thick enough to account for this discrepancy. But that's all it was. Once I cut the notch in the side that didn't have the notch, the battery box in the back was able to rise up a little bit, and that's all that was keeping it from being able to sit where it's supposed to. So once I figured that out, this battery box is now super easy. Again, maybe not with one hand on a camera and one on the battery box, but look at that. It just comes off, it goes on, super easy, and it lines up perfectly with the bolt holes. So yeah, if anybody else has a problem with their battery boxes from the Mark III, and maybe the V2, because I'm pretty sure I looked at the version 2 foot shells, look at this bar and see if it's not the same issue. Now, I did look at the battery boxes for the version 2, and they have different clips. They don't have these same clips. They look a little bit different. They do have clips, but they're not nearly as wide as those, so they're a completely different clip. So maybe that's the clip for the V2 works with this odd arrangement where one of these is cut out, notched, and the other one's not. But I mean, it simply doesn't work for me at all the way it is here, with one notched and one not, because it was keeping that side so low that it was rubbing against this, and just forcing the pressure made it fit, which, now that I think about it, what it was probably doing was raising this piece of plastic up, because the whole problem was that it was fitting too low. So if you cram it in there, it's going to be exerting a bunch of pressure on this bar upwards right in that area. So there we go. Just discovered that, like I said, just before I started filming. I wanted to get this out there because it was driving me nuts trying to figure out what the heck is wrong. Why does this battery box not fit? What do I need to cut or shave or change or go to a different solution, or what is the issue? And all it was making a little notch in that side, so the battery box could sit just a little bit higher on that back side. That was keeping it from going perfectly flush, straight in shot with the bolts to bolt it in place. So, good news, I fixed the problem. The foot shells are held to the drive units by 4 screws. There's 2 here, and then there's 2 on the other side. And that holds this drive unit in place. So I'll just have to take those 4 screws out, take this shell out, and just make that notch back there so that that battery box slides in, because they were both exactly the same. I had to push like crazy to get it to line up, and I was just afraid that was going to split the plastic here because it was putting so much pressure on everything in the foot shell area. So just another thing to overcome as you're working on your droid, things that for whatever reason you might have an issue with and other people don't, or things that aren't documented, things that are just a complete and total mystery and you don't get too much help online trying to figure out a fix.